I think the basic building blocks for, you know, a trust grid, so to speak, a digital trust grid are in place. And it's exciting because if you look back at history, every time there was a big expansion in the world's economic activity, it was generally induced by the creation of a new form of trust. And so when governments started stepping in and setting food standards, I think this started in Roman times, although sort of a lot later at scale. That was an injection of trust that allowed you to buy milk from someone you didn't know rather than from a farmer who lived in the same village. Once we created courts of law and the ability to write contracts, that created another significant expansion in possibilities for trade. Once we got familiar with the idea of brand-based trust, again, that dramatically expanded, like, the extent to which you could engage in everyday sort of commercial interactions with people who you didn't know and didn't have sort of like, the bandwidth to write a contract with. So now that we're creating this digital trust grid, I think that the possibilities for exchange between individuals are going to grow dramatically again. And I think that's sort of one of the most exciting contributions of like, the platform-based or sharing economy to sort of modern societies. We're going to have a whole host of people who didn't have the ability to run a business or didn't have the ability to sort of choose because they were constrained in some way. It's almost like, the drivers of trust are very local. They're the people you interacted with, the friends that you have, like, sort of the evidence of your identity. But we're taking all this information and making it available to a global audience. And so over time, this definitely sort of expands the commercial possibilities and the possibilities for exchange.